We're going to start recording. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Director Bound, Get the More That You Are Looking For. So I'm so excited that you all are on this call. First thing on a Saturday morning. That says a lot. You rolled out of bed and got dressed and took the initiative to be on this call to see about getting the more you're looking for. So I am Shaughnessy Owens, Senior Director, and I have, for those of you that don't know me, I have been doing Pampered Chef for 8 years now. And when I started my business, I definitely did not see myself in leadership, and it took about a month or so. And Lindsay Falconberry, Advanced Director, who's on this call, she was my very first recruit, and decided that, you know, maybe there is something to this, and promoted to director, and have loved where my business has taken me, which has been on free trips and vacations, and paid for tuition for my children, for all of them, for preschool, which is why we started, and now paying for private school for all of them. So things that I never would have thought possible, all while being flexible and moving my business back and forth across the country because my husband's active duty. So I love the relationships that I have made in this business. They have been the most impactful for me, whether they are directors on my team, consultants, hosts, guests, and some of my leadership. It has definitely enriched my life and my family's lives. So I want to go ahead and open it up and introduce our director team that is on our call with us. So, and then each director, so I'm gonna introduce them, and then we'll go and have you guys, you as directors, introduce your participants that are joining us today. So we have Advanced Director Lindsay Falconberry joining us from Germany, all the way over there. And then her director, Miss Patty Snodgrass, super excited, soon to be Advanced Director any moment. And then Miss Angie, Director Miss Angie Fulton in West Virginia. Super excited to have her, who's soon to be an Advanced Director as well. So excited to have you guys all. So we're going to start. Lindsay, would you kick us off and introduce your consultants on the call?
So I have a few more people that are going to join our program but had to work this morning. But Lauren is on the call with us today. Lauren is in Virginia. And Lauren has, I'm going to mess it up, but she's recently moved from Germany back to the States, and she's ready to kickstart her business in the States. The biggest thing I want to say about Lauren is she just started with one party this month and has $900 so far from that party. So very exciting for her, is booking like crazy to make sure her summer's full. And she wants to be a published writer someday. We've discussed many times that overcoming fears and pushing past her comfort zone with her Pampered Chef business is actually going to help her be a very successful writer so get published. So that's her goal.
Welcome.
Lay down here. Lay down. You're fine. Lay down.
Okay. Miss Patty, do you want to introduce your people?
Sure, and there's so many new people that I'm going to introduce too, and then I'm going to let them introduce their people, okay? Okay, let's see. First, I want to introduce my sister, Carrie Winter. I can't see her face, but I know that she's on the call. She just started this month, and she's already declared that she'd like to be a director, so she's doing good. She's in her very first virtual yesterday. And her first contact was a booking in the party, and the next was a over $200 sale. So she's starting with gangbusters. then I want to introduce Joanne. Joanne is my strong director, and she is re-promoting this month, which is a big deal. It's hard to do, and she's doing it. So Joe, you, she might not brag on herself. She has sold $5,000 pretty much, just this much short of 5,000 personally this month, and their team is going to re-promote with 15,000 in sales. So Joe, you introduce your people.
Woo!
Good job.
Thank you. And yep, looking forward to re-promoting, and love my wonderful team on here. I have Carmen, and Carmen, if you'll wave and let everybody know, Carmen is an awesome team member. I'm glad she's on here, and I know she will want to move up in the business, so I can't wait for her to move up with me. Teresa, if you will wave. Teresa, thank you for coming on. Again, Teresa, like lights out this month, and I'm hoping that she gets on and joins us and moving up, and I know she will. She has mentioned that, so I'm glad you're here. I also have Christina, who is a new recruit, and she's waving, and she's been wanting to be part of Pampered Chef. She came in last month, and we did her launch party a couple of weeks ago, and she sold lights out, like $1,500 party on her launch. So super excited about her just moving on up very quickly. And I believe that's it as far as I've invited 4 more that said they would come on, but I don't see them on here, so I'll move on at this point. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Angie.
Oh, wait, we gotta do Crystal.
Hi.
Did I miss Crystal? I'm so sorry, Crystal.
Oh.
I apologize. Go ahead, Crystal. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
And I also wanted to say that Chrissy Adkins, who's on our team, she's recording worship for their church today, so she couldn't be here. But she also has declared that she wants to be a director, and she'll be joining the program. And then I have Little Miss Rockstar Crystal. Guys, I don't even know what to say. Crystal's the first person on Joyful Stars to start Dash and go through and finish it in 2 months and get every prize that she could get. And she's just been a go-getter from day one. Crystal's team is amazing. I'm gonna let her talk about that, but I want y'all to know Crystal will have sold when she submits little bit she's got left, 9,000 this month herself. Yeah, amazing. And her team will also promote well over 15,000, and she'll be promoting to director. We're just waiting on a party to submit early, and she'll be promoting, and I'm just really proud. And I have to brag, I've known Crystal almost all of her life. I was her Sunday school teacher when she was 12. So.
Thank you. Yes, I'm really excited. This has been a really incredible month, and I hope to continue with the momentum. But I want to introduce my team. I have Tina Agame, who is joining us from Port Aransas, Texas. She joined back in October, and she has shown an incredible amount of consistency, and I look for really good things for her. She is super sweet, and I'm just really honored to have her on a team. Then I have Amanda Miller, who has submitted her first party, her launch party, over $2,000, which I'm really proud of her. And not many consultants start out with a $2,000 party, so that's really awesome. Amanda Carlton's doing amazing. She is working on her launch party right now, hoping to get to 1,000 sales. She's not far. I think she'll get there. Megan Rhodes also started. She submitted her $1,000 launch party this month. And then I also have Vanessa, who is working on her launch party. She is she's done her first live video. She's just doing a fantastic job. So I'm really excited to start and have such an amazing team. I'm proud of all you guys, and I'm glad y'all are on the call.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Miss Angie.
Okay, I have, I think, four people on the call. First off is Wendy. She is one of my oldest and dearest friends. Actually, that's how I joined Paper Chef this last time, but we'll go on to that later. She is very consistent in her sales. She works a more than full-time job besides Pampered Chef. So her time, especially right now, is very limited, but she is still consistent in sales. And she will be my next director. And I am so excited to see where she goes. And the next person is brand spanking new, Alicia. She just, we submitted her party this morning and she signed up right after that using Kit Credit. She had a $1,100 party and she already has 4 bookings, I think, 3 or 4 bookings already scheduled. And I can't wait to see what she does. She lives in Pittsburgh. Wendy lives in Vienna, West Virginia. Alicia lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My next one is Christina Brown, and she joined Pampered Chef in July of this past year. She is very consistent in sales. She had a $2,500 party just a few months ago. That was super exciting because I've not had a $2,500 party. And I know she's going to go far as well. The next person is Ina, and she just started last week. She is on the brand new Fast Track Director team of my girl, Kimberly Glenn. And she just submitted her first party last night, her launch party, and it qualified with 1,229 or I can't remember, but she's qualified. And she already has 1 recruit that joined right a few days after she did. So I know, and she was a Pampered Chef consultant just a few years ago as well. So she's returning. And I have a few others, but they couldn't make it onto the call today.
Did we miss anybody?
I did.
Oh.
Carolyn's on here. We just don't get to see her on here, but she is on here. She just doesn't have her, I guess, video on. But Carolyn has been with us for a couple of years now and gone to conference and always consistent. So, and grateful that she wanted to be part of this project. So welcome, Carolyn.
Welcome, Carolyn. Oop. I hit the wrong button. Okay. I heard my ding that somebody, yep. So here's Christy coming in.
Stop.
Patty, you want to introduce Christy? She just jumped on the call real quick.
Christy.
Christy Thornton, isn't that?
Yep.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Christy
She
Christy
just joined.
is just coming back on. Hi, Christy. If you'll wave to everybody. Y'all, Christy joined again at the very end of March. We did her launch party. She had a great launch party, like $1,000. She is closing out April with over 5,000 in sales. And she has like 6 parties going. She just closed 3 parties. She has 3 going and another 3 lined up for next week. So whatever she's saying to them about bookings, it's working, and she's gonna have to tell me. But she is definitely gonna get all those new perks of a new consultant. Definitely getting them. So awesome.
Glad you could make it, Christy. Okay, so let me share my screen here real quick with y'all. There we are. Okay, so we are here for the Get the More You Are Looking For, and this is the beginning of our Director Bound program. And we are super excited to let you guys know what Pampered Chef has to offer. So tonight we're going to cover, not tonight, this morning, we're going to cover why you would want to be a director with Pampered Chef, what it takes to become a director with Pampered Chef, how you'll be supported when you decide the directorship is for you. And information about how to make director, what the requirements are. So Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you are getting what you want from your business right now?
Yes.
Some of you are. Some of you are definitely out of all that. I was hearing that. How many of you would like to get more? Well, just about everybody wants more. So the next step for you to get the more that you are looking for is to promote to director. Why are some reasons that you guys think consultants would want to be a director in the company? Anybody have a reason why you would want to be one?
More money.
More money. Yes, it's more money. Yes, absolutely.
Free products.
Free products. Yes. You will be busting out with Pampered Chef out of your closets. Any other reasons any of you guys want to promote to director? Nobody. Well, those are two big ones, is more money and more products. One of my favorite reasons is enriching the lives of others. So watching all of my team promote and reach their goals. So it's very fulfilling in leadership to see the people that you bring into the business achieve their goals. So we are going to talk about the first thing, more money. Oh, before we do that, I wanted to share with you guys real quick, because that's going to be you, Lindsay. But before we do that, this is what our organization looks like right now. Let me share this. This is our vision. So our Shooting Stars team, we are a future executive team. And there are not very many of us in the company. We have three first generation directors right now, Lindsay, Angie, and Gina, who couldn't be with us this morning. And then as of last night, 2 second generation directors, Patty and Lynette, but I know, sorry, Lynette, I put your Facebook name there, but I need to put your real name. Kimberly, it's so, I will change that, I apologize. And then we have a couple third generation openings, and I know that Joe and Crystal will be occupying those first 2, but all of the black votes represent spots that are open for you to have your name there and be part of our director team. And this is, somebody's trying to come in. This is something that we are working towards, and we are going to make it. And it is, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to somebody. So if we're gonna look at this again later, but think about if your name being in one of these spots to be part of the founding directors of our executive team. You guys will be the founding directors. So, oh, here's Carrie coming in. Okay, so Lindsay, would you talk to us about more money and what we get?
Absolutely. So if you're motivated by more money, I can tell you directorship is definitely a huge bump up in money for most people. You get a 3% override on your entire personal team's sales. That includes yourself. So I know Teresa just worked really hard to earn her 2% bump by getting to $15,000. This is a 3% bump, and it happens for your commission, your sales, as well as your team sales and your first generation sales. So everyone under you in your first gen and your team. You also get a $10 activity bonus on every person on your team that's active. So we don't work to just be active, but when you have consultants that's their goal is to consistently be active, you still get your 3% on their sales as well as a $10 bonus on them. If you have 5 people each month, that's $50. I can think of a lot of things I can use $50 on. And I want to say too, that most directors, because you're pushing yourself every month to reach your goals, you are going to succeed and be paid a lot more than you were as a consultant. So way more than 3%, and $10 adds up because you're reaching goals more often. Also, if you're in your first 90 days, which I know we have several people on here that are, you can earn up to $3,000 in bonuses by fast tracking. So there's the $500 when you promote to director, $500 when you're green as a director for 3 months, $1,000 when you promote to advanced, and $1,000 when you're paid at advanced for 3 months. $3,000. That's a lot of money. I want you to think about what $3,000 could pay for right now, because that's a lot of money. Also, you get 250 Pampered Chef dollars when you promote to director. The Pampered Chef dollars you can use to pay for your conference registration. You can use that to pay for products at your discount. You can also use that for your supplies. So basically, become a director, have unlimited Pampered Chef funds, and you can use your other money to pay for whatever you need to. On top of those rewards, there's so many others. Joe can share what drove your director promotion.
And mine would be the actual products. The money is great, but it is all about the products for me. And so I came into the business to get free and discounted products, but then I learned that you actually get director boxes when you become a director, or catalogs, which is over twice a year. And as a director, the company just sends you all the new products, or pretty much all the new products, in director boxes before that catalog comes out. And it was an eye-opener for me, because we were coming back from conference one year, and we pulled up at Patty's house, my director, upline director, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, or whatever time in the morning, and I see these boxes outside her front door, and I asked her what those are. We'd already talked about them at conference. I already knew about them, but actually seeing them sitting there, and she said, yeah, those are free. Those are director boxes, and those can be yours too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was already getting free products, but thinking that I would get director boxes and that had everything in there was my driving force to becoming a director. And within a few months, I recruited in order to get director boxes, and have gotten them ever since. And it's pretty awesome that I don't have to buy them, and I can talk about them because I've used them. They're in my house. They're in my home.
Those director boxes are pretty darn awesome. And we get them before we get the products that we earn as consultants. So a lot of times with your sales, and just listening to your sales, that as they were talking about them, if you're brand new, usually it's the 3 months before the new products come out that we have a chance to earn them with our sales levels. So as a director, you get your director's box, plus you get all the ones that you are earning. So usually you end up with doubles and sometimes triples of the new products. Miss Patty, you want to talk about the trips and how you can earn the trips? Oh, she's ready. Look at her go.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, money is good and important. And product, well, we all know how we feel about that. But let me just tell you, one of the best things about Pampered Chef is that they offer these incentive trips. They don't make you wear a hat like this. My sister generously donated the hat for the cause. But the trips are doable. I have been in Pampered Chef. I'm a about to be in for 4 years, a director for 3 years, and I've earned every trip that's been available since I've been in. I say that not to go, wow, me. I say that so you can know they're earnable, they're doable, they make it easy to do if you're working consistently. And so I just encourage everybody right now, you're all worried and excited to get new knives and pans and all of that. Just put the trip on the list too. Like if that's the next thing you're gonna earn after you earn all these other things, and start now with the end in mind that you're gonna be on the cruise ship. Now, I'm not gonna talk a lot about a cruise. You guys know what that is. They're offering 2, and I'm going to tell you how you can find this. Go into Explore and Incentives, and then Incentive Trip, and there'll be all kinds of things that you can pull up, and you want to pull them up. There's even questions that you know, FAQs that you can do. But this year we've got a Bahama cruise. That's for the level 1, and you get a trip for 2. All Pampered Chef trips are trips for 2, which I love. I've earned trips with other companies, and you had to earn that second person on your trip. So I love that all Pampered Chef trips are trips for 2. So it's a 3-night stay on the Royal Caribbean Navigator of the Sea. $500 travel allowance, and then a nightly dining with PC and wine service. Not, I think that means you get wine. Pampered Chef group events. So that's a big fun thing because all the trip earners get together. Then the Eastern Caribbean cruise, which is where I'm headed because Larry's making me. So we get a trip for 2, a 7-night stay at the Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas. Wi-Fi, they think that's a big deal, I guess. Airfare and transfers included, which means, what that means is they're gonna pick you up from your hometown airport. They're gonna send you to the right airport. They're gonna pick you up at that airport and take you to the ship. That's a big deal, people, that we don't have to think about any of that. And then night service with night dining with wine service. And then it says a refreshment beverage package. So I guess that's all the root beers you can drink on the I don't really know what that means. And then also the group event. Then you can also earn the upgraded level, which is fancy rooms and a deluxe beverage package. So I'm going to think that includes liquor. And then an elite group just for that. So there's all kinds of things. Everybody has to earn the same amount of points no matter what level you're on. So here's how you do that. So when you pull this up, you're gonna know. Here's how you do it. Sell products. You get 1 point for every dollar that you sell. Crystal earned 9,000 drip points this month for selling 9,000. That's a bunch. So it's $1 per sale. Then build your team. You get 3,000 trip points whenever a new consultant qualifies in the trip period, okay? So that's a great way to do it. Then I love this. This is a new thing they added. When you are paid as your title, from team leader to national executive director, you get an extra bonus points for that. So if you're a team leader, you're going to get 500 extra trip points every time you're paid as. When you're a director, you get 1,000 trip points over and above all the other stuff that you learned because you got paid as title. Then hear this, ladies, when you promote to director or re-promote to director, you will receive a one-time deposit of 5,000 points to celebrate your promotion. Then when all the people that you bring in become directors, you're going to earn up to 6,000, 2,000 the first, and then 2 other times you can earn another 2,000 for that director when she gets paid. So all of that stuff counts, and pretty soon you're up to where you need to be, and you'll be on that ship. When you pull this up, and I advise you to do so, print it out, and you can see how you earn it. Then print out your the way you can track it yourself, because it's just fun to have a visual. I know we love computers, but it's just fun to have this hanging on the wall. And then you start down here, and you want to learn how to go, and there you go. Okay, so come on a trip with us. It's loads of fun. You just are never the same after you travel with the group and you're all together, and it's like getting together with best friends, and it's just so fun. And so I hope all of you will be on the ship with us.
Yay, thank you, Patty. So how many of you guys can see yourself on a cruise next year? How many of you could use a cruise right now after being in your house? Man, I could use a cruise. And cruising with the Pampered Chef is so much fun. It was literally just yesterday, I was sharing with Lindsay, it's exactly 3 years ago, I think today, 3 years ago, we were on a cruise together with Pampered Chef in the Bahamas. So seeing those memories, I was messaging her saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to do this again next year. So if you've never cruised before, with Pampered Chef, they take it to new levels. So every trip is better with the Pampered Chef. And I can tell you that from experience. And my husband is like right there too. He loves it. He's pushing me every year. When are we going on our trip? Did you earn the vacation yet? Because that's our vacation every year. So plan to see yourself on that cruise with us. Get a hat like Patty and wear it around the house just to remind yourself, and you will be ready to go. So other things included with promoting to a director is special recognition. So Pampered Chef loves to recognize, and we love to recognize people with their success and growth in the company. So one of the ways you're recognized is at National Conference. And National Conference is amazing. You guys all need to sign up for it. And this year, everybody has the opportunity because we're going to go virtual for the first time. So how that looks, when you promote to a director, they give you this wonderful, you get your scraper, and everybody walks across stage. But just because we're doing it virtual, don't think that you are not going to be recognized and get your red scraper. We are going to, in National Conference, the council is working on recognizing you. So it's a big deal. You wear red, everybody's excited, and you are part of an elite group of people within the Pampered Chef. So another thing that happens is additional training opportunities. So we have special training opportunities. Pampered Chef has a specific group for directors and success with all of the leaders. We have leader calls with our CEO and different leaders from home office. We get all of the information before that email rolls out to consultants. So we have firsthand knowledge of things that are coming up in the company, specials, changes, all of that good stuff. As well as additional trainings with our national executive leader. So when you are promoted to a director, you're not only on our Shooting Stars director team and part of that leadership team, but we are part of Stacy Itzel's national director team, the Superstars. And you are also on a call with Stacy and the other directors at the director level once a month. So it's a great opportunity to network and get some ideas from other people in the company that are having success as well. And then one of my favorite things is strong friendships. I love, love, love the friendships in this business. That is one of the driving forces that keeps me in the business and has for so long, is the people. And I cannot tell you enough how much I treasure even the ladies, some of the ladies on this call, Patty and Lindsay and Angie. And Angie and me were friends before we even officially met in West Virginia, because she's from West Virginia. So we actually met in person in West Virginia, but she is one of my good friends, and others. I would be lost without the relationships in this business, honestly. That's something that I really treasure. And a sense of accomplishment. So I love that when you see the people that you bring into this business, I mentioned it earlier, but when you see them reaching their goals and succeeding and being able to do things for their families with this business that they would not have been allowed to do or been able to do otherwise, is just one of the most fulfilling things. Personally, that is something I love. I love it when somebody messages me and they're like, oh my gosh, I was able to pay my car payment, or I was able to save for a down payment on a house with my business. I was able to take my kids to Disney World on earn a vacation, and I would have never been able to do that without Pampered Chef. So that is something that is very fulfilling as a leader. And talking about a leader and inspiration is soon to be advanced director, Miss Angie Fulton. And she was actually, I did not mention this, but she was actually a fast track director. So she promoted to director exactly 1 year ago. I think it was May 1st that she promoted to a director in fast track, and in just a very short amount of time. And she's going to share a little bit about that with you. So go ahead, Angie.
Okay. My journey with Pampered Chef, I'm going to read because my ADD will kick in and I'll be chasing squirrels. So my journey with Pampered Chef began more than 25 years ago, back when home parties were the thing, the only way to party. I did okay back then, but being an introvert, which I really am, it would stress me out and eventually burn me out, and I would quit. So after 3 times of trying, in that 25 years, I was invited to a party by my friend Wendy, who's on this call, and Shaughnessy was the consultant, and I booked a party because I didn't have the money to purchase anything. So I booked a party, and I'd been looking for ways to supplement my income. So Shaughnessy hadn't even had a chance to ask me yet if I would be interested, and I told her I wanted to. So 2 days into my party, I signed up, or I waited for the kit credit to apply to my kit, and I booked. I've already lost my notes. Before I'd even signed up, I had 6 parties booked, which surprised me because I didn't think that I would be able to do that. So long story short, I joined on February 28th of 2019 and promoted as fast track director on 5/20. So it was like 75 days. Wendy's party, whose party I was at, is one of my first 5 consultants that promoted me to director. We had so much fun at national conference this past year. She went with me, and I'm so happy that we were able to attend together. How has Pampered Chef changed my life? One is finances. We're not out of debt yet, but definitely headed in the right direction. The second thing is friendships. I have gained so many more friendships than I would have ever had. New sense of confidence that I was able to do something that seemed really difficult. I still need to work on different areas like time management and organization and technical skills, because I am not good with that. So if I could offer any suggestions, I would say ask everyone. Step out of your comfort zone, talk about your business, invite others to join you, either to host, join your team, or both. Not for what it can do for you, even though it can and help you in many ways, but how it can change their life and make their life better. So that's all I have.
Hey, thank you, Miss Angie. That was awesome. So as you guys can see, this business can be life-changing, and it can happen very quickly, just within, is it Alicia? Yeah, Alicia, you're just starting your business. So Angie was in your shoes exactly a year ago, and she did it in just about a month. And we had a couple people that did it in just about a month, right when she did it too. So it can happen. and it can happen fast. So thank you so much for sharing, Angie. So I'd like to take just a minute for you guys to share and think about, what would a director promotion do for you and your family? What would this do? How would this impact your life? How could this impact the lives of your family? What could this help you do that you're not able to do before or without a directorship, and some of the things that come along with it? So does anybody like to share? If you're muted.
I'll share.
Thank you, Wendy.
I want to add too to what Angie said. Something she didn't mention is how we met originally. I had met her at church, but I didn't start to her until I needed to order a stone for my mom for her birthday. And so I asked Angie, and that started a conversation. We've been best friends ever since. So, and I don't even know how many years ago that was. Long time.
Around 25 probably.
I was gonna say it's been over 20. So, so yeah, so the friendships that you make in this business are amazing. Opens up doors. I am like Joe, where my motivator is the free stuff, that I want to become a director. But the money doesn't hurt, obviously. Too much more money never turn that down, right? So I'm wanting a new vehicle. So that is another one of my motivators right now, is the extra money to put towards a new vehicle. I have one consultant under me right now, and it's a friend from work who I never dreamed would sign up. She's actually inactive right now. We need to work on that. But I never dreamed she would sign up. I came back from conference last year all fired up and excited and talking about it. And she goes, well, I want to do this. And I'm like, you do? Okay. And the thing about changing lives, you just don't know, because she has 3 kids that are very active. She's very much a part of their lives. And Pampered Chef has given her an outlet to focus on herself and make connections and friends in ways that she was missing before. And she shared that with me and made me cry, because you just don't know how this will affect somebody's life. So it's pretty exciting.
Thank you for sharing, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
I'll share. I did Pampered Chef long time ago too. I was like 22, 21 maybe, I don't know. And I didn't do that great, because it was, all my friends were also 21 and no one really cooked, I guess. I don't know. I'm a full-time teacher. I used to teach kindergarten. Now I teach 7th grade. Those people are mean to me. I don't know why they did that to me. I did it for 20 years to teach kindergarten. Now I teach 7th grade. It's crazy. I have 4 kids. I have, my oldest one is 13, and he's a theater buff. He's currently signed with like an agent. And so he goes on a lot of auditions to different things. We haven't landed but one commercial yet, but he's on stuff all the time. So that's one of his things. And that's something that we need to go to. My husband is a disabled vet. So he is in the Marine Corps. So I take care of him too. And then my next son is 11. He's about to turn 12, and he's autistic. He's very high functioning, but school is really a challenge for him. So really, ultimately, I would like to stay home and be able to be home with him. And it just doesn't work out that well, because I'm the sole provider, So, and then I have an 8-year-old competitive gymnast. And so he's very busy, very, very busy. And so we take him everywhere. My husband can't really, he can drive, but he doesn't drive long distances. And we live in a small town, and we have to drive into Dallas for the competitive gym. And so that's hard too. So that takes up a lot of my time. And then I have a 4-year-old daughter who we adopted. So we also do foster care. I think we're crazy a little bit. So we did foster care, and we fostered to adopt her, and we adopted her when she was 2. And that's been amazing, but we also feel led that that's something that we want to continue to do. But it's very hard with me being at work to do that. There's lots of paperwork and stuff that goes into that, and it's a lot of work. And with the kids being as busy as they are now, it's rough. So we haven't started that up again, but I'd like to. And so a lot of this is, if I could stay home, I could be Ramsey's teacher full time, and I could do this. And then I could also run the kids back and forth, but also do the paperwork. My husband helps with the paperwork. He's really great at that. And then we also have a drum business. My husband was a Marine Corps drummer, so he does drum lessons. And so we also have that, and he kind of needs me to be the CEO kind of thing. So it just, a lot of things that it would really help if I didn't have a full-time teaching job. So that's really where I'm at. I've loved Pampered Chef forever and always wanted to do really well at it. Who was it that said that the introvert thing? Yeah, like the home cooking parties were not my thing. I tried, didn't do very well, but I see that I do a little bit better, and it's a little bit easier for me. So we'll see where it goes.
So thank you for sharing. Okay, so the other, did anybody else want to share real quick before I move on? I don't want to. Okay, so talking about director and what the career plan is, Lindsay alluded earlier, she kind of showed you the difference in income and how that can help and what it does. So what to do to become a director. So there's a couple things. So you need 5 people on your team, and they all have to be active with $150 in sales. You personally have to do $750. And with that $750 and everybody $150, the magic number is $5,000. So you have to have team sales of $5,000. So it's kind of like a mortgage. That's the easiest way I can think to describe it. The mortgage is $5,000. Everybody is responsible for at least a rent payment of $150, but you have to pay at least $750 of that $5,000. And it can go in any way you slice up the pie. But that is for how you promote to director. Does anybody have any questions on that? Nope. Okay. So you'll need to meet those requirements, and then your team sales and your personal sales, like I said, they go together. So your personal sales are part of your team sales. And at Pampered Chef, we don't work to minimums. In order to have a successful business and be a leader, you want to be the one setting the pace for your team. So as you guys can just hear on the call earlier when they were talking about their stats, these people that are promoting to director and are directing, they're not doing minimum sales. They're not working to minimums. They're working to their potential. And sometimes, like people on the call, you're a fast track director and you just hit the ground running. And sometimes it takes some people a little bit longer. I was one of those people. I was not a fast track director. I promoted in a year. It took me a year to promote to director, and that was before virtual parties. But it took me a year before I promoted to director, and here I am 8 years later. So if you haven't done it in your first 90 days or 30 days or whatever, don't worry about it. You can promote to director when the time is right for you. And our commitment is to be here to help you guys and to walk with you each step. And I wanted to share some statistics with you guys, just because these just always blow me away in what you're part of. So in looking at our director team and our structure, so out of Pampered Chef has about 50,000 consultants. So for directors, there are only 2,000 directors out of those 50,000. So let that sink in for a second. 2,000 directors out of 50,000. So these ladies that are directors on this call, they are part of a very small group in Pampered Chef. You are invited to be part of that small group. For upper level directors, there's about 800 advanced teams. We have some advanced leaders on this call right now. So they're one of 800 out of 50,000. And we are a senior director team right now. And there are only 125 of us in the entire company. So we definitely are part of an elite group in Pampered Chef. And executive teams, there are less than 100 executive teams in Pampered Chef, and that's what we're working for. So I want you to know that you are part of an organization that is literally in the elite of Pampered Chef in the entire company. We are part of a small percentage, and home office works with us really closely, and your success, they're seeing it. I'm telling you, they're seeing it. I go on weekly calls with them and they see the things you're doing and they are super excited about it. So know that when you decide that you want to promote to director, you are part of this. It does not work individually. We are all part of a team and we all work towards our goals together. There is no executive promotion of my executive promotion. It is our executive promotion. Same thing with your teams. When you promote to a director, it is your team's director promotion because they are working to help you guys make this promotion as a team. So who can see their name up on that board in the open spot? Anybody? Oh, I love all those hands. Yes. And so I'm going to post this in our group, and I want you to, when I post it in the group, comment me underneath the post, and I'm going to update the graphic, and I'm going to put your name on one of those boats so that you can see that your ship is going to be sailing. A couple things, we're in our last couple minutes, but I just want to let you know what our commitment to you guys is that we are inviting you to be part of this program. We're gonna help you focus on bookings and give you the training and support you need to book and maintain a full party schedule, to learn the basic skills to recruit and to help your consultants get started successfully, and to track your success and do weekly one-on-one check-ins to help you stay on track. So know that your director that invited you to this program, they're going to be working with you one-on-one on one-on-one coaching each week. And then what we're asking from you for this program, we're asking you to book a full party schedule. We're also asking you for 4 virtual, we can't do in-person parties right now because of our situation. The closest thing to that is a Zoom cooking party. I know Patty's the queen of those right now. But to do 4 virtual parties each week starting next week, because add 4 every 4 add 1 more. That's what Pampered Chef, we do in Pampered Chef. For every 4 parties, we add a consultant. And then to participate on the booking blitz that we are going to be setting up this Monday night, it's going to be at 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central. So that would be 8:30 Eastern for you ladies. We're going to, you'll see the details coming in the group, and we will go live on a Zoom at that time and be prepared to book some parties and fill your calendar if it's not full already. And then most importantly, you need to be willing to share the business opportunity. And that is something that your director can help you with, the words to share and invite people. And it's just all about asking. Just ask. Literally, just ask, because you never know who will say yes. You never know who is this. You never know who is needing this. This could be something this business could be something somebody's been praying for, and it could literally mean food on the table for them, especially during this time where a lot of people are out of work. This could be what they're looking for. So we have the opportunity to help them reach that. So that is all that we have for you tonight. But one of my favorite quotes, and you see it in the group, is you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, by Zig Ziglar. So you don't have to be great at this. That's what we're here to train you for and to help you and encourage you and walk you through this. We just need you to start so that you can achieve your greatness. So that's all we have for you today. I really appreciate you guys taking this hour out of your morning from your family to invest in this. This is a great opportunity, and I'm super excited to work with my director team and for us to bring this to you and to be celebrating your director promotions very soon at the end of this program. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning and have a fabulous Saturday. And we will see you guys all on Monday night with the Booking Blitz, and I'll have the information on there. And then I'm going to post this graphic right now, and remember to go on there and post B underneath it if you want your name to be on one of those cruise ships. So bye everyone. We'll see you later. Have a great day.
Hey.
Thank you.